So we'll start with module number 4. Module number 4, it deals with JDBC. JDBC. Now, let us first understand, very simple, what do you mean by JDBC? Now, I believe many of you might be knowing what is JDBC and all those stuff, but I will be going from scratch so that people who are new to JDBC, they understand each and every word. So JDBC, it is expanded as Java Database Connectivity. JDBC is Java Database Connectivity. And as you all know, it is a part of the Java Standard Edition. Now let us see, what do you mean by JDBC? Now, JDBC, it is an API. It is an API which is provided by Java. Now, you might be wondering, what do you mean by API? Okay, API is nothing but application program interface. API, application program interface. It is a set of routines, protocols, tools which help you to build up software applications. So that is what you mean by an API. API is a set of routines. You'll have functions in it, you'll have protocols in it, you'll have various kind of tools in it. It helps you to build software applications. That is what you mean by the word API. API is a helper interface, a helper interface, a helper. Okay, a helper interface. Now let's come back. Now, JDBC is a Java API. It has a set of rules, it has protocols, it has tools, it has functions, everything. What does it do? It helps you to create a connectivity. Create a connectivity between what? Between your Java programming language, your Java program, and databases. Okay, now look here. I've explained what is a JDBC in this particular figure over here. You will have a Java application program. You will even have a database. Let's think very simple. You might have an Access database, or you might have an SQL, MySQL, or you might have an Oracle. Okay, so be it whichever database, you will want to connect your program to this database. Now, the connection between your program and the database is helped by a concept called JDBC. Okay, now you'll be having many components for that. You will even have things called API, things called driver, which we will be seeing in detail later. But as of now, all what you want to understand is JDBC is nothing but it helps you to give a connectivity between your Java programming language and a database. It could be any database. Okay, be it whichever database, a JDBC helps you to give a connection between your program and your database. Okay, Christina, are you getting an idea? What do you mean by JDBC?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it helps in connectivity between your Java program and your database. Okay, we know what is an API. Now, let's see, why do you want a JDBC API? Okay. Now let's see, why do you want a JDBC API? Now this figure is the same figure. I have the same figure in every slide so that you get an idea. You get the figure, imprinted in your mind. That is why I have this figure again. Now, why do you want a JDBC API? You have a program over here and you have a database over here. You need to make a connection between your program and the database. That is the basic thing which you want in your program. Okay, you want to make a connection between your program and your database. So that is job number one of a JDBC API. You will have to connect to the database. Now, why do you want to connect to the database? Now, imagine in your Java program, you have a query like a select query or a create query, okay, or your database queries. Okay, now I'll just talk about these two queries. Imagine you have a table. Okay, you're creating this query first and then you are selecting. Okay, so let's say you have a table called employee. You write a query, create table employee, all the fields you give inside your program. And what you want is you will be writing the code inside your program, and in your Oracle or SQL or what MySQL, you will want a database to be created. Okay. Now the number one job is you will have to make a connection to your MySQL. The second thing is whichever query you write, be it a create query, be it a select query, be it an update query, a delete query, whatever queries you write, you should be able to execute all those queries standing in your Java program. The queries should be executed in your database. And once the queries are executed in your command prompt or in your Eclipse, you should be able to see the results. So that is why we have a JDBC. You have to create a connection to your database. You should be able to execute your queries, and you should be able to see the results. So these are the basic jobs of a JDBC API. Okay. Now you will be able to access any kind of data you have in your tables. These are the secondary things. These are the primary jobs. And then, I can say, these are my secondary jobs. Okay. You have a table over here. You have a table over here. Okay, you have all these X, you have all these data. You should be able to access all the data in your database. You should be able to save it, update it, delete it, retrieve it, be it whatever. You should be able to do all the functions related to this particular table in your MySQL with the help of your program in Java. That is why you have a JDBC API. So very simple. It acts as a connection or a middleman between your Java program and your database. You will be able to make connections. You will be able to write all your queries, retrieve the result, access the data, do anything with respect to your tables. So that is why we do have something called JDBC API. Okay. Now, I told you have two things, an API and a driver. Now, how does the connection happen? The connection, it happens through a JDBC driver. JDBC API, it does all the work for you. And JDBC driver, it helps you to make the connection. Okay. So JDBC API connects with the database. JDBC API connects with the database with the help of a JDBC driver. Okay. Now, once the connection is made, you will be able to execute all your queries within the database. Now, you might even heard about something called ODBC, Christina, have you heard about something called ODBC?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is ODBC?
Ormate object or object data.
Okay. Matthew, what is ODBC? Dave, Matthew, anybody, Ritu, Nitin, Ruben, Saiba, anybody tell me what is ODBC? Just expand what ODBC for me.
Open database connectivity.
Yes. ODBC is Open Database Connectivity. Open Database Connectivity. Earlier, no, earlier days, when you wanted to connect a Java program and a database, you had to use something called JDBC, ODBC connectivity. Those were in olden days. Okay, this ODBC, it is actually something which is written in the C programming language. Okay, so there were issues with this ODBC, JDBC connectivity, and that is when this Java library, they started to think about having a database connectivity exclusively for Java. So now what we have is, we have this JDBC exclusively written in Java, and now we don't have ODBC, JDBC in Java. We just directly have JDBC because, we have done away with ODBC connections in Java. So, in our programs, we will be using only the JDBC connectivity because we are using the latest versions of Java. We do not need to go for the ODBC, things which were written in C. We will be going for things exclusively written in Java. Now, we'll see a few interfaces of JDBC API. You need not get frightened seeing all these new words over here. When you write programs, things are very easy. These are the most important interfaces of JDBC API. Driver interface, connection interface, statement interface, prepared statement, callable statement, result set metadata, database metadata, row set interface. Now, from the word itself, you might be getting an idea what each interface will be doing. Okay, we will be seeing each of them in detail. Okay, now these are the, not all, these are the important. These are the important interfaces of JDBC API. Now, together with interfaces, you will even have classes, JDBC API. Now, these are the important classes which we will be using: driver manager, blob, clob, and types classes. What is blob? Rahul, Stanley, Abin, tell me what is blob? Blob is binary large object. Like, imagine you want to save a picture. You want to save a picture. You can use blob. Too much of binary data, too much of pixel data, blob. Binary large obvious object. Binary large object. So if blob is binary large object, tell me what is clob? Tell me what is clob? Selin, Dixon, what is clob?
Character large.
Okay. Very good. Clob is character large object class. And then you have the various types classes. So these are a few interfaces and classes. It has both JDBC has both interfaces and classes, which we will be using in our programming. Now, you might be wondering, why do we want all these JDBC? Okay. Now, JDBC, it is used in your normal Java programs. You use your applets, servlets. You write your JSP server pages. You write an enterprise Java bean. Be it any of that, you will be using you will be using JDBC. Not only in your normal programming, even in your applets, servlets, JSPs, EJBs, everywhere, you will be using your JDBC connections. Now, please have this. These are the various steps in JDBC connectivity. Now, the first step is you will have to register the driver. Second step is get a connection. Okay, register the driver, make a connection between your program. Okay, you'll have a program over here. You will have a database over here. So first thing, register the driver, get a connection. Okay, create a statement. It can either be a create statement or a select statement or whatever. You will be writing your normal SQL statements over here. Once you write your SQL statements, you will be executing it. You will be executing your statements. And then once you've finished all your job, you would be closing the connection. So these are the steps in JDBC connectivity: registering a driver, getting a connection, creating statement, executing query, and then closing connection, out of which these two you are familiar with. Okay, how to create a statement and how to execute a statement, you are very familiar. You are experts in that. These two things are completely new for you. So we will be learning how to register a driver, how to get a connection, and then these are things which you already know, how to write a query and how to execute a query. And then we will even learn how to close a connection. Okay, so as I told you earlier, these are the various steps. You will have to register a driver, make a connection, create a statement, execute the query, and then close a connection. So this is how you create a JDBC program. Now, next class, we will start writing programs using JDBC.